Black Series Edition LLC. I'm going to be getting some packages ready for the customers. What's that label for this in it? Wait a minute. What's this going to? Oh, 24. That's when it got on the floor. Okay, cool. All right, so I get these orders taken care of. I gotta be back out twice a day. I had to go out to get the boxes because I ran out of boxes. And I had to go in and get tape. And now I got to go back out again and drop off box stuff again. So, a bit of a busy day today for me. All right, so a friend of mine was watching this. And again, like I said, he said, put them on challenge. Put them on challenge. So, keep in mind, while I'm out in the day taking care of business today, my buddy says, put them on challenge. So my buddy is a copyright attorney. One of my friends is a copyright attorney. And at the end of the day, let me explain something to you. You're getting your clock clean. That's what's going to happen. You're going to get your clock clean completely. So basically, this statement, I think Jamie's trying to basically fight in court. I guess supposed to be his defense is that the copyrights that you're seeing right there aren't mine. That basically that anybody has free domain to use them. No. Don't work that way. So I guess that's what you're going for. So this is what you're going to have to do. If you feel that my copyrights right there aren't real, right? File a lawsuit against me. Go to a lawyer and say, hey, look, I want to file a lawsuit against this guy. His copyrights here are fake. They're not real. Go file a lawsuit. I'm going to give you 1 week. I didn't get a chance to put all that into the caption, but that's what my buddy was like, hey, put a challenge on him. And if he feels that your copyrights aren't real and that he has the right to post them and do whatever he wants to do with them, then all you got to do is basically file a lawsuit against me. As you said in your comment, whatever you wrote down there, you wrote something about how I slandered you and how I accused you of things that weren't true. So if that's the case, then go file a lawsuit. I would love to see that day in court. I would love to see that. So that's what I'm requesting. And it's not hard to do. Go down and file. Go get yourself a lawyer and file a lawsuit against supposed to be my fake copyrights. Go ahead. I'll give you 1 week. 1 week, Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, to have an attorney contact me and discuss why I'm going to be sued for fake copyrights. Go ahead. Please do. I can't wait to see that. As a matter of fact, I'm putting you on blast. Putting you on blast, and I'm requesting that. And I'm going to tell you the reason why you can't do it. The reason why you can't do it is because the copyrights are real. And not only are the copyrights real, but they're registered. Registered and real. So what's going to happen is an attorney's going to sit there and tell you, at the end of the day, if you touch this guy's copyrights, he's going to ask you, did you touch his copyrights? And you're going to say, well, yeah, I did. I posted them. He's going to say, well, you're getting sued. That's what he's going to tell you. No lawyer in their right mind is ever going to defend you at all, period. It's an open and shut case. But go ahead. Go to an attorney and say, hey, those copyrights are wrong. He's going to say, no, they're not wrong. Those copyrights are legit, and you're getting sued. That's what he's going to tell you. The best thing he could do for you is soften the blow. That's the only thing he can do for you. You're going to get hit. It's going to happen. That's the only you can do is soften the blow for you. But again, in order for him to do that, we're going to have to accept the plea deal, and we're not willing to accept the plea deal. So that's not going to happen. So I see you basically going out saying all about the purple cube. The female of the purple cube, she was contacted about a week ago. Did you know that? Well, we don't tell you everything because it's none of your business. But yeah, anybody caught with anything that comes close to basically our copyrights, we can come after you. So don't again, if you want to follow Jamie and follow Jamie's advice, I'll see you in court. I'll end up suing you. Jamie, at the end of the day, like I said, if you feel that you got a case against me, file. Don't talk all that trash, file. I ain't got time for that back and blah, blah, file. Because you definitely won't see me in court. I would love to meet the lawyer. He's going to be willing to pick up a phone and contact me at the end of the day and say, hey, Mr. Bird, we found that your copyrights are fake. Yeah, that's never going to happen. That's actually issued by the United States government. So unless the United States government is wrong, are you saying that the United States government is wrong and that copyright there is not legit, it's not real? Now, that's going to be a pretty hard one to prove, isn't it? So no, that's mine. That 2D artwork, that's what's described at. It's not a mechanical patent. It's not a chemical patent. It's a visual material patent. Sorry, not patent. It's a visual copyright. And in that copyright basically tells what kind of work it is. If it's music, like Partey, who stole the guy's name over in England, it would be under music, like music recordings, whatever it would be, in that category. If it's art or anything like that, it'd be under that category. Ours is visual art, so it would come up as a 2D artwork. Right there. It says that I am the author and owner of that cube. So you went in and took my cube with my company's name on it and you slandered it. Now, unlike anybody else, if they had anything close to it, they didn't put our name on it. They didn't put we're scammers. See, that's the part you don't understand. All that email, all those racial slurs, all that stuff we received, all that comes from cause and effect. So what they have to prove is basically that what you caused came to life. Do you have any idea? Put this way, the 180 is just the tip of the iceberg, Jamie. You were in a live stream, people kept hearing that notification going off like crazy. You were sending this to us a day. This is really bad, really, really bad. So I'm just saying, imagine your apartment empty. And that's what I'm gonna do to it. I mean, nothing in it. But if you feel at the end of the day that those copyrights I have over there are fake, you file a lawsuit against me. I'm looking forward to talking to your attorney. Just like I said with Partey, or look, I can't call him Partey, it's not his name. Danny, I've been asking for your attorney to contest for the longest time. Nothing at all. You know why, gentlemen? Because this is what's going to happen. You're going to call an attorney. An attorney's going to ask you for some information. It's not going to be in the backyard, Jamie. How it works. You go to an office, basically you get an appointment, you go to an office, you sit down, and they have this meeting with you. And then while they're having this meeting with you, right? Look at this guy really trying to, I love when they try to put something there like, who's Danny? Anyway, let's move on. As I said, they're going to have this meeting with you. Now, when they have this meeting with you, they're going to ask you what evidence you have to support this claim. And you're going to say, well, I feel his copyright's unreal. And they're going to ask for my registration number, which you can find. You can go to, you type in my name, it'll pop up right there in records. And they're going to like, oh, no, I'm sorry, but that's real. And then they're going to ask you, what did you do? And you're going to say, well, I posted, and did you get permission from the author? Did he give you any permission that you can use this? And you're going to say no. And he's going to say, well, I can't help you. You need to get yourself a defense lawyer. You're getting sued. That's what's going to happen. No, you're not. That's what's going to happen. Simple and plain. No lawyer is going to take your case. You need a lawyer to defend you. That's what you need. Okay. Can't do that at the end of the day, man. Can't take people's work without their permission. You can't do that. So you got to pay for that. Now, let's talk about damages. Well, since they got emails. The lawyers had this. They had the emails where, or we're calling racial slurs, niggers, where basically we're having death threats. All the emails that you sent, everything and anything that you wrote into them, bottom line is they're being traced to your account. They have to trace all those emails. Because if not, they can't say they came from you if they don't have evidence that it came from you. So that all those emails have to be traced. Doesn't make a difference what you use at the end of the day. Trust me, they will be able to track it and trace it directly to you. So that's something else you're going to have to think about. Taking our copyrights and saying that they belong to you, making an image that kind of look like our copyrights, say you're making a copy of our copyrights. Good gracious, this is pretty bad. Now, because this is called willfully, which means say if Jamie hit the copyright one time, right? All right, that could be anywhere from $700 to 30 grand. But because you did this over and over again, and we have little messages in there of you talking about, I did it again, oops, I did it again, over and over again, this means you willfully did this, which means now you can be sued up to $150,000 per offense. It jumps. Yeah, it did. It just jumped by a lot. Now, interesting. How did Wix end up getting a lawsuit filed against them? Well, Wix was the platform that was displaying Jamie's nonsense, and they were warned multiple times, even giving documents stating that, hey, copyrighted material, number one. Number two, this is his website with all these pictures attached to them. Even one of the representatives of remote control access into the phone that I'm having right now to go check out pictures that I had on sensitive information. And they knew that he was doing this and did nothing at all, period. And within their guidelines, if any Wix user is caught basically abusing another Wix user, especially with copyrighted material, this account is automatically terminated, and Wix failed to do so. And because they failed to do so, and from the outlash of racial slurs and other stuff we received from Jamie's action, they are now hitting a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Gee whiz, you know what you did for Mr. Bird? You gave him the option to retire. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do now. I really don't know. But anyway, Jamie, for your behalf, you're getting sued. Now, this is what's going to happen. I've done this before. I've taken people to court. I've sued them for copyrights before. They're going to ask you one simple question. Remember, you're going to be under oath, okay? You can't go in there and say out of your mouth, oh, he's using special camera equipment, and that's not going to work. It's called hearsay. You have to have evidence to back all that up, everything that you're saying. So no, they're going to ask you one simple question. This isn't about who's scamming this. It's about basically my copyrights. That's what we're talking about. They're going to ask you, did you have permission from me, the author, to use the copyrights? That's the main question. Yes or no. No in between, yes or no. And if you, of course, we know your answer is going to be no. So since your answer being no, then they have to decide on how much you're going to take out of you. And it's going to be a lot of money. So right there and then, I leave from there. I go into another, it's another place I have to go to, and I have to file something called execution of judgment, like $150. Once I file that, that goes to a debt collector. And the debt collector's job is to go in and collect the money that you owe me, any means necessary. Which means you'll get a truck drive up to your house. As I said before, you owe money. At the end of the day, you have to pay this up, and they will empty your house out. If you got a car, they'll bring a flatbed and put yourself on the car on flatbed, and they'll take it with them, and it'll go to an auction house. That's where it'll go. They'll sell it off. Whatever money they make, they'll get a percentage, and I get mine. Now, as I said before, all this trash talk you've been talking back and forth, if you feel that my copyrights here are not real, if you feel that all this is just one big witch hunt and you can do whatever you want, feel free to get an attorney and file a lawsuit against me. Go ahead, challenge my copyrights. I dare you. I didn't get a chance to fill out the entire caption. Basically, in the caption, when I finish it, it's going to be me challenging you to challenge my copyrights. Go ahead, get an attorney, file a lawsuit. You have 1 week. I'll be checking my email for this special lawyer is going to contact me and tell me that my government official copyrights aren't real. Jamie, do you understand that? Do you know anything about copyrights? You don't have a copyright. I forgot. You don't have one. You don't even know how to fill the paperwork out for one, do you? You don't own a copyright. Your name is not copyrighted in any way whatsoever. Let me explain something to you. You know what a copyright search is? Before you can get the approval of the copyright, that seal of approval, you have to go through a copyright search. So that way they don't make the mistake of giving you somebody else's copyright. Do you know how ugly that would be if Coca-Cola, Nike, McDonald's, and Burger King were applying for copyrights and find out somebody had their copyrights already or their trademarks or whatever at the end of the day because the government failed to go out and do a search to figure out who had what? You know the chaos would be behind that nightmare? It'd be crazy, absolutely crazy. So you're suggesting that my copyrights aren't real and somebody else had them before me. Do you have any idea how big of a lawsuit they would have to pay me at the end of the day if my copyrights are branded everywhere else and they're mine at the end of the day and I find out somebody else owes them and the government did this search at the end of the day? No, it's not going to happen, buddy. Those are mine. But you can explain all this to the judge. Or, like I said, go file your lawsuit against my copyrights and you tell them that this registered number, I'm going to put it right here. You can come back and you can freeze this if you want. There's my registered date right there. My copyrights have been existing since 2016. You go ahead and you send that over to your lawyer, whatever you got in the day, and you explain to him that, hey, that copyright's not real. Somebody else owns the rights to it. And I want to go and I'm going to file a lawsuit against them, basically slandering my name. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. You got 1 week, Jamie. 1 week to get it done. All right. I'll see you then.